Hiya, my name is Freya Maver. I've been in things such as Skins, Sense of an Ending, La Dame dans l'Auto, and more recently Dead in a Week or Your Money Back. And you are listening to Kneel Before Pod.
Kneel Before Blog presents Kneel Before Pod.
Hello and welcome to another Kneel Before Pod Flashcast. We are here to discuss the release of the teaser for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So with me are my band of rebels, or the Resistance, I don't know. Chris.
Hello.
Angus. And Natalie.
Hiya.
For the rest of the podcast, Angus will be coming to us in entirely Wookiee speak, so I hope you guys all speak it.
I can translate.
Chirhook, thanks very much.
Wookiee speak, whatever, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, to the untrained.
We aren't all purveyors of the expanded universe.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we recently got a trailer for The Rise of Skywalker, as well as a title. People are really excited about it. Chris, start us off. What did you think?
This film, I'm not sure. See, I'm always up for new Star Wars, right? I've got to put that out there now. I'm always up for new Star Wars. This trailer didn't really excite me that much. I know that I should be because it's got all the touchstones that I should really want in there. You get to see Rey, you get to see some lightsabers, you get Lando and the Millennium Falcon. It should have all the stuff there that's pushing my buttons. It just didn't really push any of my buttons. I don't know why. It's I don't know what to expect out of this film. Like, the last Jedi was good. Solo was a bit disappointing. So this, I'm not as G'd up for. I don't know if it's because we've got like the monolith, which is like Avengers Endgame coming up, and then once that's over and like film has peaked for this year, then I might get more excited towards Star Wars. I don't know.
Fair. Angus, what do you think?
I enjoyed it, but that's probably just because it was one of these events, you know. Everyone was talking about it. Have you seen the Star Wars trailer? So I had to watch the Star Wars trailer, and it had things in it that I liked. I always go on about the music, and I liked the music. I think it was, you know, again, emotive, pulled at the heartstrings, bit of Leia and Han's theme. Yeah, it's good.
And of course, Lando Calrissian, your favourite man in the universe.
I do love William December Williams.
Is that his real name?
That is his real name.
Wait, his first name and his last name are the same?
No, William December Williams.
Why do people do that to their kids? That's lazy.
You
could have
actually a stage name, though.
That's a great name.
Yeah, but when you could have like the choice of any name in the world, and you give a kid two of the same name, nah, gotta be a bit more creative.
Don't diss Billy D.
Whatever.
Okay, Natalie, what did you think?
Gus was really excited. I was like, okay, I'll watch it. I had no idea it had been released. So then, yeah, I was sat down and I was like, okay, he seems really excited about it. Maybe he's already seen it. Don't think he had. Felt a wee bit disappointed. Then I felt bad for him because I felt really like underwhelmed. But he seemed to really like it. So then we were like, okay, let's watch it again. I have to be honest, like the first bit where they have like the first tagline, I found really cringy, and I just thought Disney, like, ooh. But then I guess it gets better. But I felt like some of the scenes that they're showing you, we've seen in previous movies. So it was a bit like, is it like a tribute to Star Wars?
Yeah, because apparently that every generation has a legend is from the Phantom Menace trailer.
Great. Well, why are they doing that?
Let's
Do they
go
not
back
have?
to that film? Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds like
Lest we forget.
William Williams's parents made the trailer as well as naming that kid. So I'm a wee bit, I don't know, mixed. Obviously, I'm going to see it because I like Star Wars, but I'm not feeling super inspired at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Craig, how about you?
I'm going to preface my thoughts by saying 2 minutes of unconnected footage isn't really enough to establish any kind of baseline on
Well, for sure.
going to be happening. So it is. I mean, it is just a collection of disjointed images that
Yeah.
make no sense. There's no plot there. But I wasn't the least bit impressed. Nothing about this trailer impressed me.
But
It actually made me not want to watch the film.
But the
Which
music.
is, well, I know that John Williams is good. I mean,
But the Lando.
well, I've seen Lando before. I've seen him in the Millennium Falcon chair before. You know, it's not giving me anything that I actually haven't seen before or want to see. So it's
True. I guess we've had a lot of Avengers as well, so we could probably do without the next one.
hey, those films are always giving me something new. Star Wars hasn't really been doing that.
I said to Gus that my first, so this is, I guess this is our flashcast, but if you wanted like my first super honest opinion about the trailer, I turned to Gus after I watched it the first time and I just said, it's like, I've got this feeling it's going to be like that end scene in Wayne's World where like everyone comes back for the party in the basement at the end. Like, I just get that major vibe and I feel like I'm going to be proven right.
Well,
What you mean, like a bunch of Force ghosts all sitting around watching fireworks as the Death Star remains drop gently to the surface? You mean that
Just
kind of
feel
like
like-
party at the end?
Just like everyone's going to come in. It's going to be like, you know, the guy that you thought was the bad guy comes in and everyone's like, oh, hey, friends. You know, and they all party together. You know,
Anyone sings Yub Nub in it, it's going to be like,
or whatever they play in the director's edition.
yeah, the panpipe Subway CD.
yeah. I'm telling you, watch out for that Wayne's World ending. I think that's what we're getting.
I
for
get
the
what you're
whole movie.
talking about. So what you're basically saying is it's a bit derivative of what you might come to expect from Star Wars.
No, I'm saying they've watched Wayne's World and gone,
Oh, right.
it works for those guys. Why can't we do it?
Everyone's going to turn to face the camera and say, Star Wars. Take a bow and then curtain.
So based on the imagery we have here, everything that I sort of feared when J.J. Abrams was coming back to direct seems to be coming to pass. You know, I love The Last Jedi because it's about progression, it's about moving forward, it's about kind of letting go of what the past is and looking at what the future of Star Wars is going to be. And now Abrams is back, and it's like, here's a chunk of the Death Star, despite the fact that it was atomized. Here's Billy D. Williams, because...
Yeah, but there was more than one Death Star, so maybe it's a different Death Star
Well, we saw two of them. There was only two of them.
that we know of.
There was definitely only two of them.
That we know of.
What, so the rebels have somehow managed to blow up another one, but not completely.
Yeah,
There was another one that was partway through construction and then just gently fell out of the sky onto a planet's surface.
They ran out of money.
a recipe
and
for
then-
blowing up a Death Star.
Yeah.
Now, so.
Yeah. Like, we only know what they've let us know. There's
It's like
probably
the Empire
a
did a
whole
go-
other story.
The Empire did a GoFundMe and they only got partway through, so then they just had to let it land on the planet.
Well, in which case, revealing that, oh, there was another Death Star you didn't know about, that's very J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
All he does is, as far as I'm concerned, all this guy does is repackage and remix things that we already know and then pass it off as...
But he's like one of the few names of, what's he, a director?
Yeah.
He's one of the few names of a director that I know, so I don't want him to be shit.
I'm just glad that this is probably the last J.J. Abrams film I'm ever going to watch.
I don't think that that's true, Craig.
No, I have no reason to watch anything he's ever going to make again.
But how do you know? You don't know what he's going to make in the future.
Well, hopefully, as long as it's not Star Trek or Star Wars, I'll be quite happy. And that means
Because then you're obliged to watch it.
Yeah. It might be great, but I don't think it's going to be. It just seems that they're doubling down on all the kind of self-referential stuff. Luke Skywalker's back to being this wise sage that he wasn't in The Last Jedi. And,
What if he's a zombie?
well, that would be something new. Sort
That
of.
would definitely be new. I mean, the thing is, it's like
the
you say,
Rise of Skywalker.
What is it? The
Rise
Return
of the
of?
Dead.
Night of the
What is
Living
it, really?
Skywalker.
Night of the Living Skywalker.
It could be, it's
The
in.
Walking Skywalker. I mean,
Walking.
I'm just spitballing zombie idea.
Just what other zombie titles can you think? Shaun of the Skywalker.
That is terrible. I'm sorry about it, but it's terrible.
Well, one of these is going to be the podcast title. Craig will pick. That's what all of these are for.
Love it. Okay,
Yeah.
well, good luck with choosing the one that's the best.
Yeah, who knows? Shaun of the Skywalker seems to be my favourite.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like with the Emperor's cackling at the end of this,
started.
I've got to just.
Who is that? Is it
surely-
Is it Palpatine? Who is it?
Yeah, it's Palpatine. Yeah.
Is he not? Was he the one who? Oh, that was Snoke. Snooky. Snoke.
No, Palpatine is also
Snooky. Snooky. That was.
Shaun.
Wasn't that the character that used to go about with Sweep? So you had Snooky and Sweep.
No, that's Sooty.
I think you might be joking.
Oh, sorry.
or Snoopy. The dog.
That's like. I'm not that level of humor. It's like.
Yes, Snoke died, but the Emperor was also very dead.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
forget
he
that then.
last fell down that that lift shaft, didn't he?
Well, he fell down. Yeah, he fell down that.
At the beginning of Speed.
Yeah. So presumably his corpse was at the bottom of a tower, and then that tower crashed into a planet's surface. So surely not.
So
I don't
Abrams has
understand.
confirmed that the Emperor is coming back, at least in some capacity, which can only make me roll my eyes because he's been dealt with. We've seen the rise of him. We've seen his defeat. Like, what else is there other than
Well, maybe he's
empty
like-
fan service?
Oh, he might be like Mad Madam Mim, where he actually, before he died, turned himself into like a spore or something.
If it's a
Great.
That's
clone,
probably going to be the explanation. Yeah.
if it's a clone or anything like that, then it's just going to drive me up the wall.
Talking about clones.
I would almost take a Force Ghost, and that's about it. That's about the level that I would go. That his
I'd
Force
rather-
Ghost is haunting the remains of this somehow intact piece of the Death
I wish
Star.
we had time to find out what a Force Ghost was.
It will be that.
I wish that they would just focus on the new characters that they've got and tell better stories with them. That'd be nice. I mean, you've got Kylo Ren, this whiny man baby of a villain. Like, develop him. Don't bring the Emperor back. You don't need him.
Craig, you better watch how you talk about that wine, baby, because I think I love him.
Well, you're entitled to. I think he's a whiny man baby with his stupid emo haircut.
Mate, leave that out. Alright.
And his
And his
really
rebuilt
high-waisted
helmet.
jeans. Those were jeans, right?
Well, Imperial jeans.
Do you think they
First
wear like
order.
real denim?
I don't know.
Or have they got like that stretchy stuff?
I don't know. Although I think Natalie Portman was wearing like Nike trainers in Attack of the Clones.
What?
There's like one shot apparently where she's wearing like Nike trainers,
That's fantastic.
They are comfortable.
and apparently still completely in existence in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. That's some brand diversity there.
I wonder where they moved their factories to.
It's all made by Ewoks.
Oh,
Ewoks
they
are
would
getting
never
paid.
be. They're not made for factories. They're made for forest dwellings and shit.
Well, they can be made to do anything.
No, they cannot.
And they'll
If
get
they can
paid.
hollow out the skulls of stormtroopers and turn them into amazing-looking necklaces, I bet they could make some cracking trainers.
They all moved to Coruscant to seek a wage to send back to their families on Endor.
Needs must.
Build the wall. Build the wall.
Well, that's what they did. That's what that piece of the Death Star's for.
Oh my god, Chris, you're the worst.
Oh my god. So back to this teaser anyway. I've ranted about Palpatine. I've made my feelings very clear on that. Angus, what do you think of Palpatine coming back? Can't just be about me hating on it.
But I agree that you'd think that he'd be done and dusted.
Literally.
Yeah, they probably should have done something a bit more with Snoke, but then wanted to give you the shock factor of him being bisected in the last film. So yeah, I think that Chris is probably right in that he's going to be a Force ghost haunting, just skulking around broken Death Stars. Although I don't really know what he could do from that position.
I just want an Emperor that's as snarky as Luke was in the last film. You know, where like he might be just walking about going, I used to be Emperor once. Let's just go for that. You know, where like everyone was expecting Luke to be sort of mighty and heroic, and then they get the letdown in the Force Awakens. So why not do the same to the Emperor? Instead of him like cackling and maniacal, he's just sort of walking about going, I used to
guide others to a treasure I cannot possess.
The thing that especially bothers me about all the doubling down on referencing old stuff in this teaser is the fact that it will make the people that hated on The Last Jedi for disgusting reasons feel validated. It's like, oh look, our campaign of hatred worked, and now we get the Star Wars that we want. And it's like, well, if you guys are getting the Star Wars you want, I don't want to be a part of it. Because it's just dreadful what these people were doing, what these people were saying. If you don't like The Last Jedi, then fair enough. Make an argument as to why you don't like it. But don't go criticising it for having diversity and then bullying people off Twitter or Instagram or whatever social media they're on. And then have apparently a filmmaker make the film that's for you because you're the real fan? No.
But at the same time, this is, as you said, just a series of unconnected shots from a film, so
unfortunately
maybe we
there are a
could
series of unconnected shots that remind me of other films.
Keep an open mind and maybe think positively that it might turn out alright in the end.
Well, I'm just going to assume it's going to be crap, and then I'll just let the film...
You troll! You troll, Craig!
I'm hoping that we see more. It's very rare, because my argument normally in trailers is I don't want to see more because it ends up spoiling the film, but with this, I genuinely want to see something that indicates that it's going to, it's going to be worth seeing. Of course I'm going to see it. It's Star Wars. However, at the moment, that trailer, if I wasn't a diehard fan of it, it would have put me off already.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm a super, super diehard fan. Like, I don't even know what a Force Ghost is, but it's not put me off seeing it. It's just put... I don't know, this is why maybe I just don't like watching trailers so much, because like Chris says, like, some of them can totally spoil a movie if you know, like, someone's in peril, but you know that you've not seen the scene with them in yet, and you're like, well, they're in that scene, like, they're totally going to be fine or whatever. Like, maybe I just won't bother watching any other trailers for it until I see it.
That could work.
When's it coming out?
December.
December. Williams.
Yeah. This Billy D.
Oh, brilliant.
Billy D. Billy.
Yeah. I think they're in the luxurious position of being able to put out almost anything and it stoking the fever for Star Wars.
Yeah, although I'm not sure there is a fever for Star Wars. I mean, well, The Last Jedi was definitely divisive. And Solo was, well, no one liked it really.
Yeah, Chris, I was really offended that you had to mention again that you didn't like it, because I really liked that movie.
Sorry.
Glad we're doing this trailer reaction podcast for the zero people that are interested.
But I'm not sure it has the momentum it once did. You know, like post Force Awakens, everyone was buzzing except me, and then Last Jedi, it kind of died down a bit. Whereas Last Jedi, I was absolutely buzzing, and then I'm always on the wrong side of this fandom, it seems. Apart from
maybe
Solo, I seem to have been in the consensus with that one.
Maybe you'll enjoy this one then.
Maybe, but I doubt it, based on what I've seen so far.
Good. Like we've said before, you got to go in with a low expectations so that you're pleasantly surprised.
Well, like I said, if I go in assuming it's going to be crap and then leave it to surprise me, then who knows? Because based on this, I just don't like J.J. Abrams. I mean, that's well documented on a million of these podcasts, despite the fact we've only done 100. There are future podcasts where I'll criticise him as well.
Have you ever met him?
No, I haven't. But I don't like his body of work.
Oh, the reason you don't like his body. That's kind of like harsh.
Or the first Star Trek film he did is good. And like The Force Awakens is a spectacle, and at times enjoyable spectacle, even though I don't really like it. But everything else I've seen of his I haven't enjoyed.
Natalie's now familiarising herself with J.J. Abrams' IMDb.
Oh wait, but he did Super 8. That was quite good.
No, half of Super 8's okay. And then it's a crappy E.T. ripoff.
He did Westworld. The Cloverfield Paradox. Didn't we enjoy that? That's on
the Cloverfield Paradox. Oh, that's funny.
Was that the one that's got like the really bad?
It was pretty rubbish.
And he didn't remember. He only produced that, I think.
Well, still involved. Part of his body of work. Yeah. Oh wait, is it that we watched? 10 Cloverfield Lane. That was quite good. That Raj movie.
I'm talking about him as a director. Like, if you
you're looking through his producer credits.
Oh,
if you have everything that he produces, that he produced everything at one point.
Oh, great.
Around about the time Lost was on, he was doing everything.
Yeah, it looks like that. Everything. Yeah. He owns everything.
I mean, this is.
He's only directed 15 movies. Is that it?
Only? How many have you directed?
Some of those will be episodes of Lost, sure.
Oh, wait a minute. Mission Impossible 3. Hello.
Yeah, the worst one.
I don't even know if I've seen that one. I feel like I might have done.
I really want to now hear. I really want to now hear J.J. Abrams review the Kneel Before.
I know. Let your anger flow through you.
Well, JJ, you're welcome.
Well,
JJ says he's off washing his hair.
Maybe that's part of the problem.
By the way,
Jimmy John.
Let's just want to say, Craig, well done on getting quoted on actual poster. Craig,
yes,
well done. It's pretty awesome.
Yes. In case you're wondering what she's referring to, listeners, Kneel Before Blog was recently featured on a poster for a film called Steel Country.
Yes, it had changed its name, but yes.
No, it's called Steel Country now.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it changed its name though, because wasn't it a dark place?
Real Steel Country.
Yeah, I got confused.
And then I guess A Quiet Place came out, and people might get it.
Oh, all these places.
So many places. So
time. For sure.
Got the good place, the dark place, and the quiet place.
What about the ugly place?
That'll be along soon.
Okay.
So anything final in this trailer? I know we haven't really talked about specific scenes. You've got a flip, which apparently I'm supposed to be excited about, despite the fact that the prequels were literally all flips. That was all they did. You just flipped around.
Flipped what round?
Just everything.
Mainly Jedis.
Yeah, mainly Jedi. And Darth Maul. He did a lot of flipping.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Ray Park's actually going to be doing some motion capture for the final season of Clone Wars, so that's something. So that's that.
I've not watched Clone Wars, sorry. I've not watched it, sorry.
Oh, well.
I watched one with Lando once, but I don't know which one it was.
That was Rebels.
Which one?
Rebels.
It was like an animated one that I saw.
Yes, Rebels. Yeah.
How do you know what I saw with Lando?
Because that's the only animated thing he's been in.
She's referring to our friend who's called Lando.
Who was animated.
That's right. We've got friends called Lando.
You watched an episode of Clone Wars with our friend Lando. You watched an episode of a Star Wars cartoon with Lando Calrissian in it.
Yeah, and it was at the cinema.
Oh. That was the Clone Wars movie. And
I remember feeling like an utter weirdo because I was like, what is this?
I love that hut lad.
Yeah, Zero the Hutt is weird. Yeah. But the most memorable Hutt you would ever know.
After pizza.
Yeah, Pizza the Hutt. Yeah. It was a long joke. A long told joke. Anything final in this actual trailer?
No, I'm done.
I believe I will be going to see the film when it comes out.
Me too. I'll probably still be at the midnight screening.
Why?
Because I kind of want to watch the trilogy in its entirety on the big screen just to see how it kind of holds together as a trilogy. And then see what.
Wait, are we doing that?
It's up to you.
Do you want to do that?
Don't know.
Why are you asking me?
Stay tuned to find out if Angus and Natalie will, in fact, go to the midnight screening of this film.
In fact, place a vote. Should we do that with our time? Is it worth it?
Hashtag midnight yes. Hashtag midnight no.
Or just, I don't know, leave us a comment somewhere. Or I'll just lie about the figures later on.
Mate.
Wouldn't be the first time. Yeah.
Anyway, I need to transform and roll out because I've got another podcast to be at.
Chris, anything final?
No, that's it for me. Thank you very much for having me on.
Cool. I'll just finish off with, do we have to watch this film? I mean, do we have to see this? I'm not excited. Sorry, Internet. I'm not excited.
Live long and prosper, Internet.
So that was our discussion on the teaser for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Thanks to YouTubers 331eRock and Ian Wright for the supplied music. If you like what you heard, then please hit that subscribe button on iTunes, YouTube, or any major podcasting app. iTunes users, please do leave us a star rating and a comment. You can also find us on Spotify. If you want to discuss the teaser, then drop us a line on Facebook or Twitter under Kneel Before Blog, or leave us a comment on kneelbeforeblog.co.uk. We would be honoured if you would join us on the next Kneel Before Pod.